About a year ago, there was a disciple of TB Joshua that came out, and she spoke about the BBC thing. That had been a while. And so, when she made her testimony, we made a reaction to it. As you can see it up here. And in that video, she was basically saying the BBC testimonies that you saw were right. Now, Ricky, why are you bringing her back? It's because, if you guys remember, there was something she said in that video I highlighted.
Were females actually molested? Yes!
Oh, okay. And so, okay, maybe that yes is not, maybe that yes is not enough. Let's listen a little.
Were they slept with? Yes. I'm speaking as a prophet. Yes. 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 Yes.
She said a lot of yeses. And I was like, yo, these yeses sound like there is info she's just not giving. But the thing that I also didn't like was that she said she was speaking as a prophet. So I was like, okay, you were there. Was there such or there was none? You know, when you say you are speaking as a prophet, it's like you are prophesying this whole thing. Did you see it? Was there such a thing or not? Recently, it is a 1 hour something interview, as you can see it there. And if you actually go back to listening to what she says this time,
which will also lead me to come to the BBC. We saw the BBC interview. A lot of people says it's a lie. It will lead me to come to that.
What do you have to say about that BBC interview concerning Prophet TB Joshua?
Well, I will speak from God's point of view. As a prophet, I'm going to speak. I am on the Lord's side. I am not on man's side. Even if people insult me, it's not today. I don't care about what people say. One with God is majority. From the Lord's point of view, the issue of sexual molestation is true. It's true, and this is where God comes in. So these things, sometimes people don't understand how the spiritual works.
What evidence do you have to back up your claim? I mean, what you are saying is it's a very heavy thing.
Yes.
So what evidence do you have to prove that video, that documentary by BBC is true?
Okay.
Were you a victim as well?
No, I was not a victim.
Do you know those that were victims?
Yes, I know. I know them. They are disciples like me. And
you think that those people cannot be compromised? They can't tell lies?
No. They are saying the truth. In fact, many of them today, they hate church. They hate Jesus. They hate Christ. When you tell them Jesus, they will tell you, they will warn you. They'll say, don't tell me about Jesus. I was in the church and Jesus allowed me to be raped. I was in the church and Jesus allowed me to be sexually. The problem of the church, I'm not saying that Prophet TB Joshua is not a man of God. He's from God. And these were his errors. And these errors, God does not want it to be swept under the carpet, just like what the book of Jeremiah says. I think when we read chapter 23, it says, whatever a man has done, the Lord says, whether dead or alive, he said I will expose it. So sometimes there are some sins that God exposes while a man is dead. While there are some sins that he exposes while the man is alive. In fact, if the disobedience of the prophet Moses can be exposed, and we are reading about it today in the Bible, if the immorality of David can be exposed, we are reading about it in the Bible. With this, in fact, they are not even helping Prophet TB Joshua. That's the honest truth. Because if people have eyes, those who say they are Christians, they have eyes, they will see that he's crying where he is.
Now, you said you can attest that the people that were interviewed by BBC, everything they said is true.
Yes.
Can you tell us some of the things some of those people told you personally to confirm that those accusations were not false, but rather true?
Okay. Number one, first, as a prophet who sees beyond, and what the Lord told me, the Lord says, yes, Prophet TB Joshua, I called him, but this is where he has erred. Why should he go about sleeping with these females. And I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, why? Why was he doing that? And the Lord said, because of quest for more power. I called him, he's from me. But I don't know, I've given him everything, the whole world. Why? Why is he seeking for more? He has authority, he has power, he has fame. I said, I've given him everything, but this is the area I will not condole with him. And then 2, as a disciple of his, I remember there are some disciples, I remember some of them. Then the Lord would give me a message. I remember going to one of them and I said, I'm sorry, this is what the Lord revealed to me. The Lord revealed to me that Daddy slept with you. That's what we call him. We call him Daddy. I love him as a father in the Lord, but I'm speaking as a prophet. He said, Daddy slept. And I remember one of them was like, because they used to know me then as Chidima. But now, becoming a minister of God, God changed my name from Chidima to Prophet Christiana Eunice. And they'll be like, one of them, okay, in order for you to know that I know what I'm saying, one of them by name Esther, but I will not mention her surname. There are many of them, I know them. And she held me with the hand like this. I said, Chidima, how did you know this? I said, the Lord revealed this to me. Oh, she was very devastated. And she explained how it happened. Not only her, there are many of them. And personally, in the ministry now, the Lord would tell me, okay, reach out to this person, reach out to this person. Sometimes when I pick my phone, try to reach out to them, they will tell you, don't tell me about Jesus. I don't want to hear anything about in fact, they are angry. I remember this particular Esther I'm talking about. Even the dad, when the dad got to know, the dad was angry. And the dad took the daughter, and the dad, I remember that the dad cried and said, I brought my daughter to church to come and serve God. The man, he cried in front of me. His eyes was red and he was crying. He said, I brought my daughter to church to come and serve God. And this is what I get. Very important for us to love the Creator more than the created. Like as a servant of God now, I know where God is taking me to. And there's one message I want to pass. You cannot love me as a minister more than God. Because when God is speaking, and you now love me more than God, you won't listen to God again. It's from what I've seen. There are many of them. And that is why it is not good for people to be against them. Telling them, shut up your mouth. Keep quiet. Why are you saying that? No, it's not good. The only thing I expect the world to say, you committed this wrong. Everybody should go on their knee and ask God for forgiveness. If David, a man after God's own heart, the prophet came to him, we read it in the Bible, it's not a secret. The whole world knew in their time that David committed this. He killed another man's wife, another man, and took the wife. So why in our time it becomes different? David went on his knee, his servants too, those who are working with him, they all pleaded with God for forgiveness on his behalf. But our generation, we want to defend. No, he's my pastor. No, he's my this. That is, we have loved the created more than the creator.
So there are certain things that Christiana says that I don't think she's being honest about a true minister. Or maybe she's a bit she's too involved, she's too friendly to Joshua's falsehood than to realize, no, that's fake. According to her own admission, TV did this for more power. So who does that for more power and not be a ritualist? According to her own testimony, he did it for more power. And if he did it for more power, he did it because he's not a legit man of God. Right? And so now we know, and also she does also get into the point of saying, the yes that she was saying in the previous video, which we were like, sounds like, she stayed to, not only did she talk to these people, she tried to reach them, to try and console them and whatnot, and they did not want anything. Their parents faced them, some of them, and what. She spoke to them. So therefore, the man is not a legit man of God. Which is the very same comment that I made way back then, when she said she was a successor because he's the greatest out of all men of God. Now wait, you don't see all the other men of God out here. I'm a man of God. You know, so you don't see us busy sleeping around with people for power. So how is TB Joshua? He's the head of all men of God, but he was looking for powers. You see, so she's a bit conflicted on her definition of a true man of God, and I think it's affecting her perception, and also maybe her own desires and what she wants and whatnot. We don't know, okay? We can't say, we don't know people's motives and all that. But out of what she has said, now we know why she was saying yes, 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 yes. The way she was saying the yes, yes, yes. It's because she spoke to these people and questioned them concerning it, and they affirmed it to her. The last time she only said, it is true. Speaks as a prophet and so forth. But then she knew the people that had left. She knew some of them. Here she mentions one whom she confronted, and the person confirmed that this particular thing had happened. She says her herself she was not. But then these other ones that went through that experience, she confronted, and they... Now, another thing also she mentioned, she says there are many. Now, one is already too many. Now, this one, there are many. Ababalwa, the number is way too high. That's not a legit man of God. That is not a legit man of God. But again, like I said, she is a little bit twisted on her idea of a true man of God. And so because of that, she blocks out the idea that he's not legit, he's a Charlie, and then she's now become open to this idea that somehow he becomes legit even with all of that. But by the record of what you've just said, you know, maybe she said it, you know, she didn't really. No, by that record of what you just said, he was looking for powers. There are many. He was doing it for power. That already tells you that's it. Not a true man of God. Start sharing the show with the Daily Christian Commentary videos. Hi, kugcwele. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. That is the interview that the Woman of God, that's the name of her channel, Woman of God Christiana, actually put out with that interview. She goes to kind of lay out why they should not justify it. And then if we're not justified, we must also acknowledge what it is. You was looking for powers. You said it yourself. Not a legit man of God. It's Ricky. Other episodes down to the pin comments, and I'll see you later.